Jimmy Lambert has just been absolutely phenomenal lately, Chuck. I can't explain it. I don't know why. I've watched a lot of doubleheaders where Jimmy Lambert, is your call up to start game 2 and things don't exactly go the way that you want them to. I've watched him struggle. I've felt for this kid for a while now. It is awesome to see him succeeding in some very, very high leverage spots. The velocity's there. I've loved his growth over this season, Chuck, and I feel like it kind of culminated here tonight. La Russa giving Jimmy Lambert the ball in that 8th inning. You got any thoughts?
Yeah,
guy Lambo. Let's hear him.
Yeah, and this goes back to, I think La Russa was talking to the press the other day, and he was comparing him to a young Adam Wainwright closing games out for the St. Louis Cardinals. And it kind of makes a ton of sense. It's a young guy who maybe struggled early on starting, and he gets to go in the back end of a bullpen and absolutely toss gas and just throw his 2 nastiest pitches whenever he wants to, and get to show it off for 1 inning, balls out. And sometimes with pitchers, that's just a mentality change that can absolutely change the way you approach pitching. And I think that's what's happening with Jimmy Lambert. And I think that's the one thing that La Russa does very well. And I know he gets a lot of flack, but I think he sets up guys for success out of the bullpen. He slowly tests them in some high leverage situations, and then he kind of fully throws them in the deep end. Guys like Reynaldo and guys like Jimmy Lambert now. And those are the type of guys you're going to need if we're going to make a playoff push. Those are the guys. We can't just go Kendall Graveman, Liam Hendricks every night. Can't happen. We need Reynaldo to shove 100, and you need Jimmy Lambert to show up for the 6th, 7th inning. And now this pen's looking pretty formidable even with Diekman. Like, Diekman's given up a couple bombs, but he's looked pretty solid in his kind of low, high leverage situations in the 6th, 7th, 8th innings. And then Joe Kelly's been pretty good. So, yeah, man, the bullpen's looking on the up and up. I don't know. What do you think about Lambo?
I'm loving the development from Lambo, and you brought up a name here, and this is where I was going to go with this. It's almost the same sort of trajectory that you saw, maybe a shorter version of the story, but what you've seen with Reynaldo Lopez, right? A guy that, comes in, does a little bit of starting, struggles a little bit, shows some flashes. You throw him at the back end of a bullpen, and he does get to feature those 1-2 pitches because he's only going through the order once at most. And I just feel like you can unleash a little bit more of your stuff because you're not trying to hold some stuff back for that longevity. And I think that can build some confidence. It helps somebody who's, maybe got to keep it throttled, just unleash it a little bit more. And I've loved the development from him. I think that they've done a pretty good job with Lambert this year. He wasn't a guy that I had on my radar to even be pitching in, high leverage situations at all, maybe a couple spot starts through the year. But I've loved what I've seen, Chuck. I think it's been one of the more positive developments on the White Sox this season. If you can continue to do this down the stretch, I mean, you're talking about innings that were probably going to go to Garrett Crochet, somebody who that White Sox fans have been very high on, and that was a very unfortunate injury. They've kind of been struggling to figure out where those 6th, 7th innings go, and it's been Reynaldo Lopez and Jimmy Lambert. I think they've been very positive developments for this bullpen, and you're right, they are looking kind of formidable.